Hello, hello. Welcome to Wednesday in Anchorage, Alaska. Today is also my 3-year anniversary of not having alcohol. I don't really know how to say that without sounding awkward, but here we are. So, on Friday the 13th, in 2021, I had my last several drinks, and it did not end well. I don't even remember, to be honest. And I woke up on Saturday, August 14th, 2021, and said, that's it. I'm done. I am done. And I had tried to quit drinking alcohol several times before. Like, I couldn't even tell you how many times I said I'm done. And I would quit for a week or a month or, slow it down a bit. And then I'd just pick it right back up because everyone around me, in that time in my life up until the point that I stopped, it was just normal. Like, it felt abnormal to not be drinking. And I was tired of, getting the questions, are you pregnant? And it's like, no, I'm just not drinking. Like, you don't have to be pregnant to not drink alcohol. And, the social pressures. I work in an industry, well, not anymore. I work in the non-alcoholic space now, thank goodness, but still in marketing. And in the marketing industry and business in general, alcohol is very heavily consumed, imbibed, I guess you could say. And even thinking back to my job previous to the one that I have now, it was a very corporate job in a very dignified health space of an industry. I can't say too much because I had to sign a thing that said I wouldn't say too much, but that's another story. But even so, like going to company stuff, traveling to company stuff and meeting with our team, after the meetings and the work and all that, everyone would go out and just get sloshed. I almost said the F word. I'm going to try really hard not to, but And I would be the only person who was, sipping on my non-alcoholic drink. And I feel like I was heavily judged for it. They're like, oh my gosh, what a goody two-shoes. I'm like, no, you guys have no idea how detrimental my relationship with alcohol was prior to me deciding enough is enough. And people can tell you all day long, hey, you have a problem. Hey, you're blacking out every time you drink. Hey, like this getting wasted all the time is not cute. And we all know that. But when you're in it and you're in the thick of it and it's just the thing that takes the edge off, it's hard. It's hard to see it from the other side. But when you do, when that train slams you in the face like it did to me, metaphorically, thank goodness, when you've hit your limit, or at least I did, and I'm so grateful for that. And a lot of people tell me, they know so many other people who they wish would have that come to Jesus or come to Moses or come to, the eye in the sky, whatever you choose to believe in. Come to it. Come to the knowing that you are so much better than alcohol. Alcohol is a numbing agent. It is an anesthesia. You are literally putting yourself to sleep. You are pushing that shit down that should be coming up and out of you. Like, you should be getting rid of the feelings that you drink down and more further into you. And as that seeps into your body, it just destroys the health and well-being and liveliness of your soul, literally. Not to get too woo-woo on you, but y'all know, So I'm just sitting here in Anchorage, Alaska, thinking back to 3 years ago when I made that decision for myself. Hey, I'm done. This is the last time that I will wake up with the question of what the hell happened last night? Why am I here? What did I do? What did I say? Who did I hurt? That shit sucks. it is humiliating. And I'm 35 now, so that means 3 years ago, I had just turned 32 when I had that moment. Just turned 32. My birthday's July 6th. So, yeah, I have never made a better decision in my whole entire life, ever. And I highly recommend letting that shit go. You'll save money, you'll save years of your life. You will get back so much clarity and richness and joy and just truly learning how to deal with your shit head on instead of drinking it down. And everyone around you will benefit from it. That's not what it's about. It's about you, but literally the ripple effect is astounding. And you will inspire other people to eventually join your party, a new party, because it doesn't have to end when you stop drinking. Speaking of, as I said, I work in the non-alcoholic space. And yesterday I went to La Bodega here in Anchorage, Alaska, and I purchased some lovely Curious elixirs. And at the moment I didn't realize that I was purchasing, 3, and I'm 3 years alcohol free today. I also got a 7. And I also got a 1. 7. And the 1 I don't have because I gave it to my Lyft driver as he drove me home. Home to my Airbnb. Oops. So I'm so excited about that. Just being able to introduce the alternative to someone else and to see their eyes light up like, oh shit, I can drink a cool drink and it doesn't have to booze me up. Like, what? And the cool thing about Curious Elixirs is they are infused with adaptogens like ashwagandha and all that good, yummy, healthy stuff to help your mood, boost or relax. There's 9 flavors. And you get this cool little card when you order them that tells you what they're all good for. So interestingly enough, number 3 is the Curious Cucumber Collins. They're all inspired by cocktails, craft cocktails. That's what they are, craft cocktails, just without the alcohol. The number 3 has juniper, ashwagandha, king of the herbs, Ayurvedic, for mood and memory. Orange blossom, lemon verbena, which aids in digestion and respiration, and angelica. And number 3 was actually my very first favorite. Back when I stopped drinking, I created an ebook, which you can buy on Amazon for 99 cents. It's so cheap. I tried to make it free, but Amazon. So it actually features 8 booze-free brand options to consider if you're trying to look for something to drink that is non-alcoholic or de-alcoholized. There's so much out there. And I didn't really know that until I made that choice to stop drinking. So number 3 was my first favorite. Now number 4 is my current favorite. It is the Sicilian Blood Orange and Green Mandarin Spritz. I feel like Spritz is just having a moment this summer. That one has white grape, American ginseng, which is a mood booster pick-me-up, rhubarb root. I'm on a rhubarb kick too, especially here in Anchorage. Good for stress relief. Holy basil boosts immunity, and turmeric. So there was one number 4 left at La Bodega yesterday, and I wanted it, but I didn't want to take it in case someone else wanted it because there was only one left. So I told them, I was like, hey, I would have bought the 4, but I don't want to buy your last 4. And they're like, oh, thanks for telling us, we need to make a new order. And I noticed they don't have number 9 in their selection, and they didn't really know about it. So I introduced them to that, and I said, you got to get number 9. It's a rosé, and it's the newest flavor. Also delicious, perfect for a nice refreshing sipper. So I just love it. I'm so happy to be working for a company that I can truly feel passionate about and truly feel, like I support the mission. Obviously, I live the mission. And the drinks are delicious and they're healthy and they're wonderful. So it's such an easy thing to push out there when you believe in it so wholeheartedly and you know it's good and you know it's life-changing in the best way. So thank you, Curious Elixirs. It was actually by way of working at Curious, that I wound up here in Anchorage, Alaska, because I've been communicating with a lot of people out here, and by way of that, just watching, people's social media that are out here and seeing how absolutely beautiful it is, taking note of how friendly and welcoming and warm the people are here. And I was like, that's where I have to go. I have to go there. And funny enough, I am meeting, I think I already mentioned this in a previous video, but I am meeting so many people who have come here by way of Michigan, just like the woman that I spoke with at La Bodega yesterday. She's from Hamtramck, which is like right next to Detroit where I live. So just so cool to come all the way to Alaska to be meeting like 90% of people who have ties to or are literally from Michigan. And it was cool. The woman who I spoke with at La Bodega said, I was like, what made you choose Alaska? And she said, Alaska chose me. And I totally get it. I'm like, yeah, I see it 100%. No doubt about it. So yesterday I did that. I went to Black Cup Coffee. What a wonderful coffee shop. I love that place. I actually got a matcha latte. It was called Green Goddess with oat milk. It's really good. And then I went to La Bodega, then I went to Wild Scoops next door and had the Baked Alaska Fireweed ice cream cone, which was, so good. Oh, someone just walked by the window again. I hope they didn't see me. Oh well. And then after that, I came back here, chilled a bit, decided I was going to treat myself to a celebratory meal. So I made a reservation at the Crow's Nest, which is on the 20th floor of the, what's it called? The 20th floor of the Captain Cook Hotel, I think it is, Captain Cook. I'm looking over there like someone's gonna answer for me, but I have a bag from there because I had to take they gave me a bag with their name on it with my leftovers in it. Where is my brain? I don't know. But that restaurant is absolutely gorgeous. I went for the view, and I also learned that I went for the halibut because that fish, Alaskan halibut, oh my goodness, my new favorite fish. I had a blood orange spritz there. They had a lovely non-alcoholic menu, and it was just fine dining to the nth degree. Like, I have eaten at a fair share of fine dining restaurants everywhere. Los Angeles, New York, New Orleans, Detroit, everywhere, Panama. And that's not even it, but this was the best, like top of the chart, best. And the first thing that came out after I made my order was the amuse-bouche. And I was like, come again, the what? And it was this adorable little spoon bent so artistically and this little boop on it. That's all, the only way I can describe this boop. It's like a little piece of cheese with a little thing on top and then a thing on top of the thing on top. And I was like, how do I eat it? Do I just like put it in my mouth? And the guy was like, yeah. I was like, can you spell it? What the heck is an amuse-bouche? And he's like, actually, it's amuse, and I don't remember how to spell the bouche part. And I was like, okay, I'll look it up later. And I did. And oh my gosh. From that moment, I knew it was going to be spectacular. And it was absolutely spectacular. Like, I gave the most generous tip I've ever given after a meal because they treated me like I was a queen. Like, I don't know if that's just how they treat everybody or if they felt bad for me because I was at this absolutely gorgeous restaurant all by my little self. But whatever it was, they did it. They did the damn thing at the Crow's Nest. And I will rave about them for the rest of my life. I will very strongly encourage everyone who visits Anchorage, Alaska to go there and eat there. Look out the window there at the beautiful view of the mountains. I mean, oh my gosh. It's right on the ocean, right on the Pacific. So I ordered, the appetizer that I got was these olives, and they were like breadcrumb covered, goat cheese filled, gourmet, luscious olives. And I love olives. It's like my favorite food group. And oh my gosh, these things were divine. And I got the risotto of the day, also phenomenal. And then my main course was the Alaskan halibut. I love that fish. And it was between that and the salmon, and I think I made the right choice. And I looked at the dessert menu, but I was literally full, like up to here. Like I don't think I could fit anything else in there if I tried. So I asked if they had coffee, and even the coffee, they brought out this adorable like assortment of stuff you can put in your coffee, like chocolate flakes and cinnamon sticks and lady fingers. I mean, I've heard of lady fingers, but I've never really like seen them in the flesh. And I didn't know I love them. I was like stirring my coffee with the lady finger and then eating the like moistened cookie, and I was like, this is living. Like, this is the new bar. I just set the bar, new standard, elevation, leveling all the way up in Anchorage, Alaska, literally. And to celebrate my 3 years of sobriety and to celebrate the sun coming out after a few days of rain. And I was just so incredibly satisfied. I'm pretty sure that was the most satisfied I have ever truly felt about a restaurant experience. Ever, easily, without a doubt. Like, there is nothing that compares to that experience. So thank you to everyone. And I say everyone because there were like 12 people taking care of me. I was like, what the heck is this? Like, am I in heaven? Did I just accidentally not wake up and now I'm in heaven? I don't know. But the Crow's Nest in Captain Cook Hotel at the top, 20th floor in Anchorage, Alaska. Go there. Enjoy. It is a divine dining experience, beginning to end. And I will never, ever forget that. So today is going to be another day that I will never forget because I am going on a hike later. And I'm just trying really hard to take it easy, slowly coast into the day. I don't know what time it is. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. I'm just trying to soak it in and make the most of it because it's Wednesday. I have today, tomorrow, and pretty much all day Friday because I don't leave until midnight. So I'll head to the airport at 10 p.m., which is about an hour after I go to bed here. So I'll call it 3 days left. And wow, what a phenomenal experience this has already been. Thank you, Anchorage, Alaska, and everyone who has inspired this trip. I am truly, truly blessed, truly grateful. And I'm just probably going to start crying, so I should end it right now. Have a beautiful day. I'll be back tomorrow to tell you how the hike went. Cheers. Thank you so much for being here. Bye.